Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gameweek Navigators deadline stream for Game Week 20. So just now we actually sorry for some glitch happening, but now we are back online. Hope you can see us finally. Looks okay on my end. Aditya, once again, welcome to join me today. Uh, Hope that this time we get all things right and we can start talking about FPL. Right? I think it looks okay.
Yes, I think we are live for sure now. I just cross-checked it both on Twitter and on YouTube, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we did start it last time around roughly 15 minutes back, but it just crashed in 20 seconds and we weren't even aware. But
Yep.
anyways, we managed to rectify, not waste time. So let's get started.
Yep. So I will just re retweet it on the Twitter. Uh, okay, it's because I think this is the first time I am trying to go live on Twitter at the same time as well. But looks okay so far. So without further ado, I think we can go to our game week 20 fixtures. Let me see. Okay, let me just put on this. Okay, so Game Week 20, I think this is I mean is once again is a quick turnaround. We just had our Boxing Day fixture, which is Game Week 19, and now just a few days later we are back on Game Week 20, um, and it's going to be another interesting game week for sure, especially a particular match that many of us actually look forward to, but unfortunately, who knew, Aditya, when a few weeks ago or at least a month ago, when we are all dead set on captaining Haaland for this game week, because they are playing against Sheffield United. But how the tables have turned. Haaland is has been out for a while, and Pep says coming back in January, but he didn't state exactly when in January. So yeah, so right now we are here, uh, at Game Week 20. So I'll just go through the fixtures quickly. We have our first match, which is Luton versus Chelsea. And then we have the 3 p.m. matches are Aston Villa versus Burnley, Crystal Palace versus Brentford, Man City versus Sheffield United, Wolves versus Everton. And then after that, we have the later match, Forest versus United. And then on Sunday, we have Fulham versus Arsenal, Spurs versus Bournemouth. And followed by the one after the New Year, which is Liverpool versus Newcastle. And then after that, followed by West Ham versus Brighton. So, Aditya, which matches do you look forward to the most?
I mean, obviously, as being a United fan, obviously the Forest against United game is an important game for Man United.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, things are starting to look good again, as well as we've just got the takeover, some minority stake being announced,
Yep.
and
Yep.
the injured players are starting to come back. We are going to see most of them back maybe in a week or 2 weeks from now. But that's one of the important games in terms of United fan. But overall, probably the fixture of the week would be Liverpool against Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stake for both the teams, and other than that, I think we have few interesting games uh, wherein we have teams that have a lot at stake.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Palace against Brentford is an interesting game because both the teams are struggling, and Villa, I think, have not won in the last two games. So again, they're getting the bad winless streak again, so that's an important game for them.
Yep.
And Wolves versus Everton is like a six-pointer for both the teams. So we have great games here for this
Mm-hmm.
week.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of FPL, we don't know where we're going to get the points from.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a dilemma. I think many managers are having, especially this game week, because you have great captaincy options in the form of Watkins versus Burnley. You have even the on in form Solanke versus a Spurs side which is struggling without Romero. Also, some might say Son at home versus Bournemouth is also a good captaincy shout. And of course, on top of that all, you have Liverpool, which is in form at the moment as well, versus out of form Newcastle side, um, and then of course we have Man City versus Sheffield United. I mean, if Haaland is not injured, I'm pretty sure all or if not most of our captain will be on Haaland. But because Haaland is out of the picture, suddenly, um, the captaincy options and managers start looking at other assets. In fact, I see some teams without any Man City assets as well. I one of them is you. Um, so it's interesting because I think few months ago we were saying, City match against Sheffield United is a must. You must attack this fixture. You must, some even say triple up, some even say triple captain. Um, but how things have changed. When we are I think about almost 1 hour plus away from the deadline, and it's not as obvious as it seems. So this is my take on this game week, and I think it's going to be an interesting one. Will we see like a huge swing between different captain options? Maybe, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully the players that we hope that return will return. Um, but yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game week. So I think, and anything else you want to add?
Um, not really. I mean, this obviously Man City are going to have probably a fixture swing the next few weeks. It's going to
Yep.
be all greens, and this is like the important part of the season run begins, wherein basically the title winning teams, we see a definition of which team is going to end up winning. So the important run for most of the top, let's say 5, 6 teams begin. So it's a crucial run of games. Obviously, we have FA Cup and all lined up later, but I mean, getting consistent results is important. So teams like Man City and all will try to make the most of this fixture.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So
it's
that's a
it's.
worry for me.
I mean, in terms of football point of view, definitely it's a must win for them. Um, and they sort of like, I don't know, for a team like Man City, they sort of a little bit struggling of recently in terms of goal scoring. I mean, back when the days where you have Haaland and the KDB, they can easily score like 5-0, 6-0, which is not a surprise for them anymore. But yet, you know, past few game weeks, we have been surviving without any City players, and their ownerships are relatively low. Even Haaland, I think he's been out for a few game weeks. He has dropped to, I think, less than 60% ownership now. He's not the most owned player at the moment, but yeah, let's just see how it goes. So I think now we're gonna look at our teams. Maybe we look at the. Can we look at your team first?
That's my team with a miserable OR, sorry. Anyways, things were looking good in game week 18. I mean, I finally came back from 1.3 mil to about 800K. I was like, you know what,
Mm-hmm.
maybe second half of the season, we're going to charge
Yep.
for the top whatever 100K or whatever. So, but again, it went bad. And anyways, so I don't know what to do. I don't have any City player. That's the only point that I'm worried. Obviously, we were all very much uh, impacted by
Mm.
Haaland's injury.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, more or less set and forget captaincy opening for this week. But nevertheless, I don't know what to do. So if I were to get a City player, that's what I'm thinking. Who is the one that makes the way? And out of the five midfielders, I'm not confident in shipping out anyone.
Yep.
And again, in the forwards itself, it's Solanke and Watkins. Solanke is in form. Watkins has a favorable fixture. So it would have to
Yep.
be Archer. But even if I do that, I would have to sub one of these guys off.
Yep.
That I'm not confident doing. So I might as well, just hide behind the sofa and pray that, you know, Mr. Wilder parks his bus in such a way that they are not able to score. I remember there was one game against, I think it was Sheffield, where Walker scored and that turned out to be the winning goal for City.
Yeah,
So I hope
yeah,
next
yeah, yeah,
time
yeah, yeah. It
something
was it
like that
was
happens.
the
Like
it
so,
was the reverse fixture. They they
so
they had a lot of chances. It was I think scary to watch as well. I think Had a lot of chances as well. All very close. It's just they couldn't convert them, and I think, yeah, like you mentioned, Walker scored a winning goal, but that was away. So at home,
No,
we
that's going to be totally. It's going to be tough, but I know that I'm going to get battered by this one fixture. That's fine. But I just hope that some, let's say, miracle happens. But I don't think that's going to happen.
looking at your team, it's actually perfectly fine. Um, I don't think you have any major issues going on in that team. You could say if you want to bring in Alvarez, you can, but then you got to choose one of your five midfielders to bench. I think basically that was my same dilemma as we go to my team later on. Um, yeah, I sort of. Yeah. But I think did you manage to play Areola for the past two game weeks?
No, that's the thing. So, so this week I'm going to play him, and he's going to give me 1 pointer. But I don't know how much Dubaraka is going to give. So I will just hope that something happens. But I think goalkeepers are so dicey. I mean, I don't know at this point.
Yeah, I
We don't
know,
know who is
right?
going to score what.
Yeah, but it must be pretty. You got to be laughing like what Areola did for the past two game weeks. We wanted him to do for the past like 10 or 12 game weeks, and he never did
He's
even once.
simply that will just improve his average points per game.
Yeah, he's like a troll, like when everybody wants him to do something, he just like say no, I'm not doing it, and suddenly when they play against teams like Arsenal, he can just whip out eight saves and keep a clean sheet, which is really annoying.
We can't help. That's the way West Ham play. And to be fair, Areola is a good goalkeeper. He's a good one. So, but we don't know who's going to give what points at which games and who's going to
Yep,
play the way. I
yep,
mean, at that more or less, it was a surprising result, right? I think both the
yeah,
games very hall were surprising results.
yes, exactly.
So that's
Yeah,
it. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen.
yeah, you just gotta laugh and just move on. Yep. Anyway, let's just go to my team. What I've done is I've actually sold Saka. I'm not sure was it a reckless decision or what. I just looked at my team yesterday. I was like, uh, I don't know. I don't really like the look of Saka. Maybe I'll bring him back next week. I don't know, or maybe I'll bring Odegaard next week. Once Son goes to Asia Cup, I'm not in a hurry to bring another Spurs asset like Richarlison. I think next week they are playing against who are they playing against next week? They are playing against Man United away next week. I don't know. Is that a good match? It could be. But what I did was, if I want to bring Saka or even move to Odegaard, I can do it next week. That's my thought. So which is why I dropped Saka and I brought in Foden, because to me is I really want to capitalize on this fixture against Sheffield United. I can see goals, but the issue is you can't see the goals coming from where exactly.
Hmm.
It's not as straightforward as having Haaland there. If you know Haaland is there, all the balls will go through him, all the chances will be fed to him. But Alvarez as a number nine, will he? I don't think so. I don't know. He is probably the one that goes deeper and brings the ball forward and carries the ball and trying to do something. Could it be players like Foden making the runs to the box, or even Bernardo Silva?
Hmm.
So it's different. You can't say, okay, Haaland is not there, so Alvarez will be the one getting all the chances. I don't think it's as straightforward as that. But why I brought in I sold Archer. I brought in Alvarez. Why I brought him in? Because I think, you know, um, if there are goals, he's probably going to be involved one way or another. Maybe not by scoring, maybe by assisting, or at least the build up, and he's on penalties for now. Um, but to be honest, I've looked at the penalty that he took against Everton. It was quite weak. Pickford could have saved that, to be honest. But I don't know. He did score, so hoping that he still keeps the penalty duty, and yeah. So that was my thought process. I'm just looking at this game week, to be honest. Whether next game week or when KDB is back, how it will affect Alvarez, I'll leave it to my future self to worry about that. So which is why I brought these two players in. Initially I had my captaincy on Alvarez, but I don't know. It's I I did ask my daughter before this stream. I showed to her this my team. I asked her, the red. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think is a better player or better choice? The red color one or the blue color one? She said, "Oh, I like the red color one." And I asked her 3 times. I've asked her 3 times, and she came back to me saying the red color one. Okay, I mean it makes sense. It's like a 50-50 choice. It makes sense in a way. Is Salah's last home game before he goes to AFCON. Must win game for them as well. Newcastle a bit, on a downtrend. Liverpool is on an uptrend. I think I saw somewhere that they have only lost one game in the last 19 games or something like that, and that's also with nine players. I don't know if that's true, then it's a really good record so far. And another thing is, in terms of psychology, Liverpool is playing later, so even if Alvarez and or Foden, that's the thing. Alvarez or Foden. Some say Foden should be the better captaincy shout. Some say Alvarez. That's the issue I'm struggling with. Imagine you put your captaincy in Alvarez and Foden is the one getting all the halls, vice versa. So for me, is if either player did something, I gain points and rank regardless, and I still can look forward to having Salah as my captain. So that's just my thought going through this.
I think nice explanation because I probably need to copy one of your moves because your thought process and your thinking is helping because your over itself justifies it. So those who are having a bad season, let's just copy you at this point. So who knows? I might do Archer to Alvarez. I'm not sure. Like Archer to Alvarez, Solanke to Alvarez, or do I do just the most dumb move? Just like get a playing defender back on the bench, it's Maguire to Brantford or something. I'm not sure, or I'll roll my transfer. So that's my team. But overall, you have shipped out the most selected player in the game at the moment. That's
Yeah, I know,
Saka.
right?
So
I got a feeling he's going to do something seriously, but I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just hoping Bert Leno, fired up against his former team.
no, I don't know. I think at the moment, if you see from Arsenal, I think Odegaard is playing slightly better than Saka. So
Yep.
I think a form wise, it's not a bad move you made, but it's
hmm
it's a bold move.
hmm
So, I mean, anyways, you have plans to get an Arsenal player back in the subsequent week, so it's fine. It's okay. Just bite the bullet for this week. But
Yep.
you're banking on your City players, so it's fine.
Yep. 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 Cool. Okay, so that's for our teams. I think let us look at some of the captaincy picks. Let me just put it up here. This is an interesting one. This is from Fantasy Football Hub. This is their predicted points for Game Week 20. As you can see, Song Hyun-min is the highest at 7.4, followed by Salah, which is 6.6, followed by Saka, which is 5.9, and Bowen is the same as Saka, 5.9, and then followed by Foden and Watkins, which are the same at 5.5. They rate Alvarez really low at 4.9 points, predicted points. So, these are all algorithms, and it's mostly based on historical data. But yeah, it's something interesting to see as well. As you can see, even the algorithm um, throws a spanner. There's no obvious captaincy pick this game week. This is from Fantasy Football Hub, and if we go to Draft Hound, Draft Hound, paints a slightly different picture. They have Salah as a first, followed by the City Boys, Grealish, interesting, followed by Foden and Alvarez, then only Son and Trent. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, uh, there are so many captaincy options this week. All can do well. They have the fixtures. They have the stats. I guess just go and go and follow your. I mean, some people follow your brain, some people follow their heart. Yeah, just go for it. Um, or you can, like me, ask your son or your daughter, or you can do some random spinning wheel kind of thing. But yeah, um, all are viable options. There is no obvious. I mean, to me at least, there's no obvious pick this game week, right?
Yes.
Um,
The obvious pick was Haaland.
yes,
He's not there.
exactly. The obvious pick was Haaland, but yeah, I mean it's interesting. If Haaland is here, we probably wouldn't have this conversation. We probably wouldn't talk so long about this. But
Alvarez wouldn't have been bought by so many managers. All it's
yeah, exactly. So um, I would say it's something fresh. It's something interesting. It make things a little bit more fun, but it could be a heartbreaker as well. So because if everybody captains Haaland and he blanks, you say, oh, okay, let's move on to Game Week 21. But because there are so many captaincy options, you might go Salah and he blanks, and suddenly Alvarez scores a hat trick. You be so like. But then again, it's all part of the game, and it's all part of life, and yeah, we just pick it up and move on if that happens. Um, this is from our friends at All About FPL. This is their captaincy matrix. So if you can see the captaincy matrix, they have it on Son and Salah tight. Their cumulative rank factor is tight, and then followed by Alvarez and Solanke. Interesting. This is the only time we see Solanke coming to the picture. Alvarez tied with Solanke, and then followed by Watkins. About their matrix accuracy, I think so far they had about 19 game weeks. They had about 12, I think, returns, something like that. So it's pretty good. At least it's a calculated matrix rather than a gut feel type of thing. So yeah. So this is from All About FPL. Another thing, if you still have your wild card, the first wild card, this is the final week to activate it. I think you have 1 hour to come up with a draft. If you just only realize that you still have your wild card, please activate it now. If not, you'll be burned and gone. And if you need a draft, you can look at the screen right now. This is by our friend Leong, FPL Run Farm. He is also playing his wild card this game week. He have kept through ups and downs, and finally he can activate it, with joy. And this is his team, as you can see. There's no Son, there's no Salah, because he's already preparing for them to bye to the AFCON and Asia Cup. So his
no.
team.
The thing is, him being a Newcastle fan, he's already written off Liverpool scoring, I think. So
Yes, he's a Newcastle fan as well. So, but the thing is, you see, he doesn't have any Newcastle assets.
he's neutral.
Neutral. So yeah. So this is his team. His goalkeeper is rotating between Leno and Areola, and he has Poro, Trent, and Konza as his defense. He has Bowen, Saka, Richarlison, and Foden, and then his striker is Solanke, Watkins, and Alvarez. It's a 3-4-3 formation. He put Garnacho in because I think. Oh yeah, and I think about Garnacho, Aditya. What do you think? Neil,
Yes, for sure.
I think he really solidifies that position.
Yes, he has kept his place. He's not going to lose his place for sure.
So do you think he's a very good bench fodder? I mean bench player for FPL?
Yes, I think he might be one of the best assets under five. That's
Yeah.
important to specify because then you have Palmer, Gordon is having a bad run of games. I mean,
Hmm.
sorry, bad patch. So you have different options at different price points, but probably if you look at the fifth midfielder who's not going to play in a 3-4-3 or something, then I think Garnacho is the best. But
Yep.
you might see occasional points on the bench, but you shouldn't be disappointed.
I mean, I didn't really watch United play, but do you think he is really attacking? His goal involvements and all that.
I mean, so far this season, we have seen him play better than Rashford, and it is working out at the moment. So let's
Hmm.
see what happens, right? It's as I said, clearly, right? He's not someone who's going to fall every week. You're not
Yep.
going to get double-digit hauls and all. But as a fifth midfield option, I think he's someone getting in.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, he's only. I think his price rose this morning. I think.
I think he's
Uh,
gone to 4.7,
no, I think it should be 4.8
4.8. He's
now.
gone to 4.8. Sorry, yeah.
Yep. Yep. So,
So
but it's still a really, 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 really good price.
until he doesn't cross Palmer, he's a great option. As soon as the price matches, then that's the debate you have.
Yep. 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 I mean, if for those who are watching, let's say you have two transfers and you don't know what to do, you don't want to burn. I think Garnacho is a great fifth midfield to bring in to actually free up some funds. Um, so yeah, go for it. So yep. So this is the wildcard draft. If you are on wildcard, you want to have a look at it. Let me just put it up bigger. You can print screen or whatever. But yep. So this is the wildcard draft that our friend Leong uh, at FPL Run Farm. You can follow him on Twitter. He's going for this as his draft. Um, and as you can see, currently he puts his captaincy on Alvarez. Fair enough because he doesn't have Salah on this draft. So yeah. So there you go. The wildcard draft that we have. Okay. Just some small tips. I think I put it up. This I put this up like last night. This is all my opinion. It's um, not absolute advice. You shouldn't just go ahead and just do whatever it says. This is just my opinion. Number one for me is Haaland is still a sell because some says he might come back in 22, but some hope in 21. But personally, I think maybe 22 is probably the earliest, but it also depends on how Pep. But usually Pep is not helpful at all. So you gotta depend on leaks from Twitter at least. Um, but yeah, most of the consensus think that it's on Game Week 22. So Game Week 22 meaning you still have Game Week 20 and 21 to contend with if you still have him. Game Week 21 they are facing Newcastle, I think in St James's Park as well. So it's going to be tricky anyway. So if you sell him, you still have you at least you have 2 game weeks to use that spot to get any player you want for 2 game weeks. Yeah, City versus Sheffield United offers the highest upside. For me, is between Alvarez, Foden, and Bernardo Silva. Uh, Defense, not really. I'm not really a fan of the defense at the moment. They still like to concede those odd goals here and there. Um, and then again, you don't know who's nailed. Uh, you know, I think the Walker is the most nailed, but then his attacking returns has been really rare. He's not as attacking as we hope. But if you're talking about a nailed defender, probably Kyle Walker is the one to go for. I wouldn't. Okay, then number three, I wouldn't recommend benching Solanke. Like I said just now, Number 4, this is also for me. Worry if you worry about Son and Salah issue, just leave your future self to deal with it. Um, and I mentioned this. I said Korea might advance further than Egypt, so Son might be out longer. I think I did piss off some Egyptian managers. They called me out on Twitter, but basically, what I'm trying to say is, in terms of the competition, in AFCON, there are really strong other strong countries, that could offer competition to Egypt. I'm not saying Egypt is a poor team. I'm just saying that there are other competition, stronger competition as compared to Korea. Korea, they usually Korea and Japan, they are the top tier in the Asia Cup. So usually they are the ones who would go, further up to even the final. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say Egypt is a poor team. I'm not trying to offend Egyptian managers. I'm sorry if you feel offended, but that's what I'm trying to say. Number 5, Newcastle, been poor. Salah, Salah captaincy is a shield pick, to be honest, for me. Luton Town failed to score only one home game this season. So Chelsea defenders, not so straightforward. I think Gusto is still not too bad because he's attacking. He has the attacking stats. But I see many managers ask me to bench Colwill because I have Colwill. I was asking whether should I bench Colwill or Zinchenko, because I think Zinchenko didn't play that well last few game weeks, but I think he still got to play because Tomiyasu is still out. So, but even then they say better to bench Colwill. I don't know. So, but then again, yeah, Luton Town is not a straightforward game to go for. For me, it's Porro. I rather play Porro over Arsenal defense. I think Porro, if you see his last game week, even though they got smashed 4-2, he still can get 2 bonus points. I mean, crazy guy. You got smashed 4 goals, meaning you already concede 4 goals and you already have a -2 due to goals conceded, and yet you can still get 2 bonus points. How crazy is that? So I think for me, Porro is a no-brainer. Yeah, at least until Madison comes back. Estupinan, we all thought he's gone forever, and he suddenly comes in the second half and scores a screamer. And suddenly everybody's eyes wake up and say, "Oh, okay, this guy is back." And in the same time, Brighton has a very favorable fixtures. For me, it's still monitoring. Yeah. But I see some managers just go jump in and even sell Trippier to get Estupinan and play him. Not necessarily a bad move, but for me, I still monitor. Unless, like I say, you have 2 free transfers and you don't know what to do with either of them, maybe bringing Estupinan at 4.9 million is not a bad move at all. Okay. We know what he's capable of. We before he got injured, and we just after so many weeks out being injured, he can come in and just whip the ball into the goal just like that. So he is capable of doing that. And with Brighton, I don't know. I'm not a Brighton fan. I mean, I'm not a Brighton expert, but with Brighton have players like Mitoma and Adingra injured, who knows? Maybe could Estupinan play as left wing? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, monitor Estupinan. I mean, if you want to bring him in, it's not a bad move at all. You can. For my captaincy, I put this in order, but to me, it's actually really close. Alvarez, Salah, and Son, at least these 3 are really close, as you can see in the predicted points as well. And Solanke is the punt. I would say Watkins is also the punt. So basically, captaincy is blown wide open this game week. All are good options. There's no wrong options. and there's no clear winner for this game week. Anything you want to add?
Not really. I think we have everything up here. I mean, it's such a difficult week. I mean, we don't know what to do, right? Unless
Yep.
you have two free transfers, that's a luxury. You can
Yeah.
do something. But other than that, it's very tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so I think we'll before we answer the questions, we will definitely get to all your questions. Don't worry. I'm just going to go through the quick team news. This is by our friends at All About FPL. Just a quick one. We look at Newcastle. Joe Willock and Harvey Barnes, is still out. Lascelles, don't think it's serious. Hope to get him back soon. But I don't know. I think Botman should be back in the team already. So Lascelles probably, you know, bench player or at least a rotation player. Um, Dean faces 1 month. This is for Villa. Dean faces 1 month out after a hamstring injury. This screams Moreno. A lot of people like already bringing Moreno, Alex Moreno, because of this. I don't think it's a bad move after all. Moreno, he is capable of having those attacking returns, and with Dean out, I would say he's nailed, and it's a good differential option to go for. Pau Torres not 100%, but he was pictured in the full team training. So I would say maybe not this game week, maybe next game week. So if you have Pau Torres, you have a bench player, you can just swap him in. Swap him to the bench. This is by Pep, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Doku, Stones are all out against Sheffield United. But I think Kevin De Bruyne should be close. He is already doing training. Whether it's the full team training, I don't think so, but I think he should be close. And I think Pep would probably ease him back rather than putting him straight in. For Wolves, both Dawson and Hee-chan are fit, fully trained, available for selection. Pedro Neto will be involved against Everton. We will put as many minutes into him as we see correct. So Pedro Neto is also an interesting one because when we see players that go for the AFCON and the Asia Cup, he could be back in contention. Okay, Bournemouth, not really FPL relevant. We look at Spurs. Kulusevski suspended. Oliver Skip expected to be back. I think they missed Skip as well. Probably part of the reason why they're struggling at the moment is mainly due to I think Skip and Romero. But anyways, we see how it goes. Brentford. This is blah 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 blah. Schade and Luis Porter out longer term. Another interesting one, Aditya, is that Tony. They say he's going to be back in game week 21, which is next game week. What do you think? Will he start straight away? I think they would. He starts straight away because Wisa is going to be out to AFCON as well, right?
Yes, I'm not sure what's going to happen because at the start of the season itself, we were hearing few things that he might be looking to move out of
Yep.
Brentford. With the transfer window as well opens, so we don't know what's going to happen with Ivan Toney.
Mm-hmm. But I think, interesting because if let's say you bring in Tony and he plays for Brentford for a while and then he moves to let's say Arsenal, then suddenly you have an Arsenal player in your team, which is not a bad thing to be honest. So yeah, if Tony, let's say Tony goes to Arsenal, I can see him being a regular starter at Arsenal, because he probably wouldn't go there if he's not guaranteed a spot. So if you bring in Tony and he moves to Arsenal, you suddenly get an extra Arsenal player, which is a win in my book. Okay, Sam Johnson is still out. Luton Town, Kabore. Kabore is available, but probably you won't probably want to play him. Chelsea, Modric to be assessed. Pep on Haaland. He's still not with the team. He feels better, but he hasn't made one training session with us. Hopefully in January he can be back. So what does it mean? Can we back to what? Can we back to starting for the team or can we back to training? For me, it seems like can we back to training. I think seems like Haaland. Pep probably gives him even more time off over the whole New Year's, and then after that he only starts to train in January with the team. And whether can he come straight back in, I don't know. He says it's not a stress or fracture, but a question of when the pain will disappear. Hopefully January. He's not like Foden, who's small and skinny. He's huge, so it's difficult at times. I think basically what Pep is trying to say is with Haaland's size and weight, um, you know, at each time he moves or he runs, he still continues to put stress on that foot. Um, and yeah, I think I'm not sure whether 22 game week 22 he'll be back or not. To be honest, I'm not sure. Okay, Brighton, like I said, Mitoma and Adingra is out. Uh, so basically Brighton have all the players out. So yeah, Man United, Luke Shaw and Amrabat missed the victory sideline. No injured players will be ready to return. So Luke Shaw is still out, is it?
Yeah, he's out.
That's a shame. Yep. Okay. So Robertson for Liverpool. I think it seems initially they were saying January he's back, but I think seems like he might need more time. Okay. Paqueta for West Ham might still be out. Yeah. So I did see some says that Kudus will leave early because I think leave early because his country has a early training session or something. But I see some still say they will leave. He will leave after the Brighton game. But I think he gets the Brighton game and he leaves straight away. That's what I think. Because his prices rose this morning, and there are a lot of managers Kudus. So they only get at most one game out of him. Okay,
See
so
what
that's
happens.
all for yeah. I mean, they'll probably see that. How come he's out after one game week?
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. Okay, so that's all for our team news. Let's look at the questions right now. Um, this is by Ankit. Luton and Chelsea versus Chelsea. He's a Chelsea fan. He says Chelsea never disappoints. Adebayo 1 week punt. Yeah, why not? I mean, seriously, Luton at home is they are actually doing quite well. They are scoring goals, and I can see them scoring this as well. But Adebayo 1 week punt. Yeah, I mean you can if you like, but not for me personally. Run Farm, happy birthday, Watkins. Is it his birthday today? Let me just check.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is. Yep, Watkins' birthday today. So will he score a birthday goal?
We need birthday hat trick, not a goal.
Oh, birthday. So you should move back to your captaincy to, to Watkins.
Nah, I don't know. Let's see.
But he's really highly owned. I think almost 100%. So if he scores or blanks, doesn't make much difference unless you captain him. This is by FPL FMZ. Just Captain Foden. Joe is written in the stars. Yeah, tricky, tempting, but I'll probably go for the safe pick this game week. Am I crazy for wanting to play Darwin over Gabriel? Why not? I don't see why not.
You're not crazy. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Darwin. I mean, okay? Just since we're talking about Darwin, do you think Darwin is a more compelling option once Salah is gone?
I don't know. I think if Diego Jota is back, I don't know how that's going to impact. I think he's back in training. So,
Jota came on last game week and scored.
yeah. So, there you go. So, we don't know whether we will see probably Harvey Elliott or someone play on the right and Diaz and Jota. I don't know what Klopp is going to do. So,
I
That's the
mean, like,
thing.
who's gonna play right?
I said that Harvey Elliott might play on the right.
Or Harvey
That's my
Elliott?
guess. I'm not sure. I'm not a
Okay.
Liverpool fan as well, and I don't know Klopp, so that's just a hunch that might happen.
Yep.
So we don't know what he's going to do.
Okay. Uh, our friend at FPL Jedi Show, gosh, balls to the wall there, Joe selling Saka. I don't know. I just do it. uh, ASMJ, Salah or Bowen in the captain? For me, Salah is a safe pick. Bowen is not a bad pick either. I think he has been doing pretty well as a number 9 so far. Um, Definitely a good punt, a good captaincy shout. Like I said, the captaincy option this week is blown wide open, so both are good options. But if you want to stick to the safe one, probably Salah. Question: how do you think Arsenal will do after getting ambushed by West Ham in Game Week 19?
This we should have asked Arteta. But Arteta, I think we got embargoed code setting, and we did think he had a press conference.
I
Uh,
mean, this is what West Ham does best. They have been doing it many times this season already. This is what I call the smash and grab um, um, strategy. Basically, they just dig deep and they just absorb all the attack, and then they see the right moment, they just counter, and usually it deadly force. So and then you can see like they got like only 20 to 30% possession, but yet they win games. So they are really good at this. So I would say, Arsenal getting ambushed by West Ham. Um, some might say it's surprising, but for me, not really, because I think they did the same in the FA Cup against Arsenal earlier in the season. I think where they won 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, you know they are good at this, and they are they are masters at this. So I'm not really surprised, um, to be honest. And I think they will bounce back against Fulham. But probably a scrappy win, maybe like a 2-1 or 3-2 or something. But yeah, I think they should bounce back. Captain Trent. This one, I think this is not mistaken. This should be from one of our friends in the Indonesian FPL community. Aditya, if you are not familiar, currently there is a player in the Indonesian FPL community where every captaincy choice he has made this season did not score more than 6 points.
okay. So who is he captaining this week so that we don't captain that player?
He's captaining Trent.
That means Liverpool are expected to keep a clean sheet then. That's not
No, no.
fair.
If he captains Trent,
Oh,
meaning
3 to the 6. Okay.
yeah, meaning if he captains Trent and he has cursed Trent, so Liverpool might not keep a clean sheet. last game week he captained Saka. The only time he get more than 6 points his captain is when Haaland got not in the squad and he went to his vice captain.
Okay.
Other than that, he hasn't gotten more than 6 points.
It's funny.
This is from Tito. I'm going to captain Salah because he plays last and bench power because he plays first. I'm going for the hope strategy. Sounds good. This is
Hope is always good to hear. I hope that
yes,
it works.
yes.
Hmm.
This is a very valid reason to make your decisions. That I don't deny it. Psychology plays a very big role in FPL. So I fully agree with this reason. And yep, this is by Sirat. Start Palmer or Garnacho. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, Chelsea, both the teams are playing away from home.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea are going to Luton, not an easy place. United are going to Forest, new manager, tough
Yep.
place to play. Don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think
Just do a coin toss and pick one. That's
I
it.
think I think Nuno. I think the new manager bounce, especially with Nuno, seems real. You who would expect Chris Wood to score a hat trick against Newcastle? Um, but yeah, for me, maybe I will lean on Palmer because he's on penalties, maybe. Um, and also
Then
he's
Tuchel starts, what happens? He loses pocket.
don't know. So far, we have
Hmm.
not confirmed information yet. But I think then again, if you look at the effective ownership, Palmer is definitely much higher than Garnacho. So if it's a 50-50 choice, you look at this type of reasons like whether it's on penalties and goal involvements and also these effective ownership. So for me, is I prefer to go for Palmer rather than Garnacho. Independent P60 Finance. Out of Gusto, Poro, and Gabriel, who do I bench? Ooh,
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think I might just bench Gabriel Miles. I mean, Gusto,
Yeah,
you expect some offensive, Poro as well as the save.
yeah,
But if Gabriel Miles scores a header from a corner, that just don't come and beat us. Because I remember him scoring at Craven Cottage once.
yeah.
So,
10 pointer,
but
and a lot of managers have it on the bench.
yeah, can't rule
So
anything out.
yeah, for me, I'll probably bench Gabriel as well. I think because Gusto and Poro they have the attacking um involvement and stats in them. So yeah, Gabriel. Oh, he's asked a few times. Hope you're still around. Independent P60 Finance. Gabriel is the one to bench. Unkip. Why play Solanke over Darwin? Darwin at home and scored a brace against Newcastle last time. Darwin scored a brace against Newcastle last time is because he came off from the bench and yeah, they were desperate as well. But I think Solanke form his life. Nailed 90 minutes player on penalties as well. Um, so yeah, I prefer to play Solanke over Darwin in the moment. But of course, if you can play both, would be good. FPL FMZ. Joe, thoughts on Walker? I think I mentioned Walker just now. Um, Nailed, definitely, but attacking returns quite rare. So you're only hoping for that clean sheet, but City, has been conceding like that odd goals here and there, so it's a bit annoying. But Walker probably long term still all right. Moreno will only play 2 game weeks. Why? Why is that?
I
Not
think Tine should be back, right? Because Game Week 22 is like in a month. So,
ah okay. I mean, to be fair, that spot seems to be Moreno's previously before he got injured. And I only think that if Dean is back, I will probably don't think he slot right in, if especially if Moreno plays well. So I still think Moreno is good for probably 3 game weeks, probably, which is good enough. Considering the price, you don't really have to start him every week, especially once he starts getting rotated. Thanos. Bench one between Walker, Gabriel, Trent, or Poro. Um, I think Gabriel, pretty obvious. Walker, you are getting the best fixture in the whole season. Versus the poorest team at home. Um, and Trent and Poro are attacking monsters. Bonus point monsters as well. So probably bench Gabriel. Keza, hi Joe, hand ping waving. Hi.
The emoji has not loaded, I guess.
Yeah.
It's gone to text.
Rafiq, Raul or Gordon? Who do I bench? I think Raul. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
But Raul at home.
I think I might play Jimenez and bench Gordon.
Hmm.
Just try it different for a week.
Yeah. Yeah. I think because he's also just back from suspension, so he's fresh. And they're playing at home. So yeah, probably Raul. Is he on penalties? No, I don't think so. Right? I think Willian is on penalties. Is it?
Fulham would never know who's going to take what.
Yeah. So Raul. I mean, sorry, bench Gordon. Keza, play Saka or Palmer. Oh.
You can play
Um.
Saka and just pray for the early kickoff curse.
Yeah, Keza, I think this is probably similar to one of our questions just now. It becomes a 50-50. You look at who's on penalties. So in this case, both on penalties. And you look at it, you look at the effective ownership. Saka is currently the highest owned player in the game. So probably you will want to play Saka um, over Palmer. So for me, I will go for Saka. Zach, Kudus for Foden. I assume is you want to sell Kudus and to buy Foden. Um, I think it's not a bad choice. You know, the upside is there. The current game week upside is there, and Kudus, will leave after this anyway. So, you, yeah, I would say yeah, not too bad. Ibrahim Studio, why Zinchenko hard to make assists? I mean, I think assists he still has that capability. It's just that his defending is being people are calling him out. Fans are calling him out because he did not defend well for the past few game weeks. I think there are some goals because of his mistake. So I think when if Tomiyasu is back, I think Zinchenko will probably start to be benched maybe. Will Hope, is it worth to do Fabian Shah to Estupinan for -4? No bench defenders. What do you think?
No, at this point of time, I'm not going to take hits. It's not sensible.
Mm-hmm. So
Somehow, just manage it and move on.
just play Fabian Shah.
Yes, hope
Mm-hmm.
for some freaky goal or something. Who knows? Something goes in from somewhere.
Cool. Okay, that's there you go. That's the answer. Um, Ibrahim Studio, Cunha or Solanke, who should sit in the bench? I think Cunha, right?
Hmm. Yes,
Mm,
I think Solanke is someone who's in form, so I don't expect, benching. It's not benching.
yep. CCA Reda, bench one, Gordon Cash or Senesi? Oh, Matty Cash is a very annoying player to own, to be honest. I had him for so long and I dumped him the moment I had the chance because I saw him. I was so happy when he started against Sheffield United and he ended up giving me 1 point. So I immediately dumped him for Trent. But I don't know. Looking at this game week, they're against Burnley at home. Will he even start? That's the question.
Don't know.
Very
That's
hard to
so.
say. So Gordon, Cash, or Senesi? Senesi. I mean, my heart says to bench Cash because he's very annoying to me. But it makes sense to play him this week and hope that he starts. So probably bench Senesi.
But if you see out of these three names, probably Gordon and Senesi are nailed to start, right? Cash is someone who could be benched as well.
Yep,
So
agreed.
if he's benched and he comes on for a single pointer, if you're okay with that, go ahead. Otherwise, probably uh, maybe bench cash.
Hmm. Okay. Ni hao. Hello, y'all. Weird deadline timings. So here. So need your opinion. Yeah. He's in Canada, right?
Yes.
A very early morning for him. um, Darwin and Archer to Solanke and Alvarez for -4 will be benching Palmer. I think it's. Hmm, oh, he still doesn't own Solanke. Okay. So he wants to sell Darwin and Archer for Solanke and Alvarez. -4.
I'm not that. I'm not convinced getting in Solanke now when Bournemouth's fixture also turns.
Yes.
So,
Agreed.
so
So
might
maybe,
as well just do Darwin to Alvarez.
or even Archer to Alvarez and play Darwin.
So
No?
I will, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't need to take a hit. Yep. There you go, Nihal. Oh, option 2. Saka to Foden, Darwin to Alvarez -4.
Double City.
Hmm.
I think this is similar to you have done.
This is yeah
This is similar to what you did.
yeah. But I did it with 2 free transfers. I didn't take a hit.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Uh, I I might just get one City player. I mean, taking hits, if it really works, it's fine. But -4 is like hits are not working well this season, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's very rare to make it positive. So might just do one move and get it probably Alvarez. That seems like the easiest move.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think I would prefer the non-hit as well. Yep. So there you go. FPL Jedi Show. Any early team news on Chelsea? Worry about Kunku. I'm trying to find for early team news. I don't see it yet at the moment. Anyway, if I have, I will probably definitely share on Twitter. Nihal, William on Pence if it's on the pitch. If not, then Andreas. Okay, thanks for the information. We have another 42 minutes to deadline. Unkip, 3 differentials for this game week. Okay, Aditya, you go first.
Okay, I'm just looking at the fixture. I'm just going to throw out few names here. I'm going to see the ownership, whether they actually make sense for differential. So I would probably go with Nkunku,
Mm,
then
mm-hmm,
Olise or Eze, one of them,
okay.
Bernardo Silva,
Mm-hmm,
and maybe look at. I think Richarlison's ownership is pretty low as well.
let me see.
So these would be the players I'd look at.
Richarlison, I think he also had a price rise recently. He's currently still very low. Only 5.6. Wow, that's really low. I didn't expect him to be so low. Hmm, that's a good one. Yep, there you go. For me, I think I pretty much agree um, with your choices. Nothing much to add.
You even have Grealish as well. So if you don't want to go the Foden way, right?
Yeah,
just
I mean Grealish is
just
Grealish is okay. It's just that you are hoping. I don't think he can.
I
He's
think
only
Bernardo Silva is better.
yeah. Bernardo Silva is a better choice than Grealish. Let me see how low is. He's only 5%. Bernardo Silva. So yeah, Bernardo Silva. Okay, Tito Moreno is going to keep the spot. Yep, agreed. Edson, start Gabriel or Gusto.
Both the teams will not keep a clean sheet, I feel. But maybe Arsenal have a better chance of keeping a clean sheet, I feel. So it's
But
tough.
but yeah, but Gusto is more attacking, right?
Gabriel can score a header as well from a corner. So
I'll probably go for Gusto.
yeah, I'll probably do the same. On paper, Luton look easy, just on paper.
Yeah, yeah. Bradley, Iwobi to Huang. Iwobi to Huang?
Hmm?
I don't understand. Iwobi to Huang to bench Trippier or roll the transfer. Personally, I wouldn't get Huang now, Bradley, because he's going to leave after this, so you're only going to get one game week out of him. Uh, if you're looking at about that similar price point, let's see what's Huang's price point. Uh, let's see.
Huang
He
is
5.7.
5.7. Hmm.
So you're looking at about 5.7.
I think Garnacho is the best option if you want to get in someone.
Yeah, because he wants to bench Trippier. He wants to bench Trippier. I see some managers mention McGinn. What do you think?
You have Douglas Lewis as well, so we can just give nice names,
I
but
mean
we need points.
he did score, I think, last game week, right?
Hmm.
So he do likes to pop in that goal once in a while. Let's see. Where's Yeah. So McGinn seems like a good punt as well. But yeah, Bradley, I don't recommend to go Huang because he's going to leave after this. If you're benching Trippier, I'd rather you sell Trippier to like a trend if you don't have him. Marcus. Wow. Once again, we have Marcus is usually joins my stream and he likes to put his full team up there. Areola, Gabriel, Trent, Poro, Salah, captaincy, Saka, Sterling, Palmer. Wow, double Chelsea. Son, Watkins, Solanke. So his bench is Dubravka, Konza, Taylor, and Archer. One free transfer. No City players scary. I think I'm gonna roll. Yeah, seems logical, but Marcus, I think I will probably play Konza over Gabriel. Yeah, because of the the transfer. The fixture. Um, so yeah. Where are we now? Okay. So by Keza, who to cap? Salah, Trent, Watkins, Alvarez. Keza, I think we mentioned this in the stream just now. Uh, Basically, the captaincy this week is wide open. You won't go wrong with anyone. If you believe in the curse of the captaincy by this Indonesian manager, FPL manager, then Trent should be out of your choice. If you want to go for a safe one, then you can go for Salah. But if you want to go for um, the good fixture one, you can go for Alvarez, Watkins. So yeah, basically it's all wide open. Ankit, Saka to Foden done. Should I do Gordon to Bowen for -4? Maybe not. I don't think so. I mean, unless you are willing to wait for like a few game weeks for it to pay off. Chris Wilder was phenomenal with his park the bus approach last time when Sheffield was in Premier League. Expect similar approach this time at Etihad. Issues for City with no KDB or Haaland? Nah, I don't see an issue. I think they can win. Yes, that's quite confident. But it's the goals. How many goals and who's scoring those goals. I don't think you will see like a 5 or 6-0 kind of score. But yeah, but we don't know the goals will come from who. Nihal's 3 differentials. Bernardo Silva, Bailey, and Garnacho. Interesting.
Bailey and Garnacho, yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Magnus, opinion on Moreno since Dean is out for 3 weeks. I think we didn't join us just now. We talked about Moreno. I think Moreno is a good option for 3 weeks, up or even beyond. So, yeah, good one. If I would. I mean, it's a good fixture. I mean, good transfer to do. Keza, good vibes. Yes, good vibes. Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we have. I think this is the most I have, so far. I'm not sure whether is it because we put it on Twitter as well. So far, we get quite a number of people watching and all the questions coming in, and we thank you for that. And we thank you for you guys for joining us and keeping us company. And we hope that I think you have like about half an hour more to do your transfers. For those who still have your wild card, make sure you do it now. Yep, and wish you all the best. And see you. Both of us, especially I mean myself, I'll be on Twitter. So, we have one more question. Okay, last one. Moreno, Odegaard versus Palmer. This is just an opinion. I think Arsenal will bounce back massively, and a result is needed. Odegaard will be the center of it. I thought Mo. I thought this is Mo Salah, no, but it's just Martin Odegaard. So yeah, I think Odegaard is a decent choice down the line, which is why I sell Saka and I plan maybe to bring Odegaard next game week. But yeah. Oh, one more. Aksat Bani, Odegaard, Bowen, Foden, Richarlison, Luis. Choose any two. Wow.
I think it's Foden and probably Richarlison if you want to. Yeah, because Pawan is not a bad shot. Odegaard is not a bad shot. I think it is Luis Diaz or Douglas Luis. I'm not sure. I think it may be Douglas Luis.
Yeah, probably Douglas Luis. But yeah, choose two. Why two? That is five midfielders. But if you ask me to choose two, yeah, Foden and Richarlison, I'll probably choose these two as well. Jesgen Singh, bench Gabriel or Gehi. Wow, Gehi. Who's Gehi playing?
I think he'll
Brentford.
bench Gehi. Gehi plays Brentford, so
Yeah. Okay. Bench Gehi, yep, bench Gehi. Oh, need to replace Salah and Son.
hmm.
Yep, okay. Good. Those are the choices. Okay, that's all the time that we have for today, and we wish you all the best and thanks for joining us. And wish you guys green arrow. If you like what you see or you like after joining us here today, please feel free to subscribe to this channel and also log in to your Twitter at TGN_FPL to follow us there. We have all our notifications there as well. And click on the bell icon for more notifications. And we thank you for joining us, and we wish you all the best this game week. Goodbye.